Sagittarius video. I hadn't yet decided if I was going to do this evening or not because this will be like my fourth video today. But I was divinely guided to really take a look at the fact that there for a while when I was doing my paper route and stuff, yes, I quit my paper route, that I was only having energy to do one video a day because the paper route was taking up all of my energy. And so when I set the intention that I want this channel to be my primary focus, and I want it to support me as well as be my soul's purpose and be soul fulfilling. But I want my sales from my business at Tracy Smell Goods on Facebook and Instagram. If you have not checked it out, please check it out. It's also in my links on my channel. I want my sales from Tracy Smell Goods to supplement what I'm doing now. So with that being said, Spirit let me know the reason why I hadn't really been having a lot of personal readings that people have been wanting me to do is, for one thing, my soul knew I wasn't ready because, for one thing, all my focus was on something else. Second of all, I only had the energy to do like one video a day, and that was for the channel. So this will be my fourth video today, so I basically let my own soul, who I am now connected to, I am my soul, know that I can handle maybe 2 personal readings a day and probably about 2 to 3 videos a day for my channel. So with that being said, I'm ready now. And so I have set my intention out there into the universe. I have really connected. I spent like this whole past weekend purging and clearing and shifting my energy. In fact, I came through here with sage and with Florida water and sprayed my whole house down to clear the energy, to make room for the new energy. I've been taking baths in Epsom salts to kind of detox and clear my energy as well. And once you shift like that, you have to start telling yourself new stories. So do upgrade to stories that you tell yourself. And I'm always talking about this, especially in my twin flame videos, that what you believe to be true is true. So come up with a list of things that you know to be true. Use them as affirmations. Believe them, and don't pay any attention to anything that comes up contrary to what it is that you believe to be true, because these are all your doubts and fears and insecurities coming in, and this is what is keeping you from manifesting love and money. But as you shift your energy and you clear more and more fears and insecurities, you need to upgrade your list of things you know to be true. So that is what I did today, and I know a lot more about the law of attraction now, and I cannot wait to incorporate it into my readings, which is why I said, you know what, I am pretty tired from the shifts. But I do want to do this video because I feel like my energy's right. So we have the Hermit card. So basically the energy that I'm getting with this is that you have been put your own self in solitary confinement. You've pulled away from everyone. You are really focused on your own growth right now, and people want to judge this energy. I have been a hermit now for like days and days, and people judge that as bad, like, oh, she's depressed, or she needs to get out of the house. It can't be good to be so alone all the time and be in the house alone. And human beings want to label and understand everything. They want to be able to categorize it. Sorry, my dogs are making a lot of noise. They love labels. Have you ever noticed that people cannot stand to be in a relationship that they don't have a label? They don't have a title. They don't know what it is. It just drives them crazy. Why can't you just be? Why do you need to know what it is? So don't let anybody tell you that this is not the right energy for you to be in right now, because the message that I'm getting is that it is. And this is right for you right now at this time. There's no judgment. However, you did get a card from Spirit. I have these little self-compassion decks, which gives some advice on how you can be compassionate towards yourself. So it's kind of funny to me that we pulled this card, because all the other cards are all about being inward, about giving to yourself, doing something for yourself to show yourself compassion. Yet this one says, message a friend and say hi, thank you, or offer a compliment. Yes, right now. Put down the card and do it. But basically what I'm getting with this is that you are that friend, because you need to develop a relationship with yourself before you can develop a relationship with anybody else. And so start doing this to yourself. Like, start complimenting yourself, and even things that you don't like about yourself, accept it anyway, because acceptance is the key to change. You're not trying to change it, you're accepting it, and you're showing love by accepting it. And you know what? Most of the time that is exactly what the situation calls for in order for real change to come in, because you're no longer resisting the situation. So if it is something you don't like about yourself, stop resisting it and just embrace it and watch it change. And we have the Lovers. And so basically what I'm getting with this card, this is almost a twin flame energy, because these are almost like the two polarities. Some people in readings like to call them divine masculine, divine feminine. I don't like to do that, and I have explained why. I have explained the fact that when you do that, basically you are seeing separation, and that there is no separation, because you're always together as one soul if you are on a twin flame journey like I am. I tend to look at it more as like the same soul, but two polarities. One's like a negative and a positive, and one's like a dark shadow side, one's like a light side. One is not better than the other one, but they do fit together perfectly. And so what I'm getting with this card is that you have to start learning to accept the differences in each other. Because remember when I said treat yourself like you would a friend, and compliment yourself, and do accept yourself? Well, the energy that I'm getting with this is to accept each other exactly the way that you are, your partner, the partner that you're with. And like I said, this starts with you. You learn to do this first with yourself, and then you can do it with others. One of the first pieces of spiritual guidance I got when I first started this journey was trust, and they will be trustworthy. Because then you are in the perfect alignment. When you trust, you are in the perfect alignment to align to situations where your trust is reciprocated. So that is the energy that I'm getting here. Trust, and they'll be trustworthy. Clear your fears and know that you are a divine goddess or divine god, and know what you are worthy of. Know your worth. Once you know your worth, these insecurities will no longer matter, and these different triggers will no longer knock you off your square every single time. To clarify that card, we have, let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. Love never claims, it simply allows and gives. This is a perfect description of love. Love is not that fear-based, codependent shit where you are scared to lose somebody. And so you're doing things, not putting yourself first, putting other people first, and being in the people-pleasing business because you're scared you're going to lose them. And this can show up in the form of enabling, possibly enabling an addict, or staying in a toxic situation. That is not love. But you will have a divine partner, if you have not already met them, that will come in and that will teach you what love really is. And how do they teach you what love really is? They show you demonstrations of what love is not, for you to face your own fears and your own shadow side, so that you can align closer to the vibration of love, which is the source of what we all are, where we all come from. And we have the Chariot, and basically what I'm getting with the Chariot is that whatever it is that you are trying to manifest into your life can come to you on a chariot as soon as you recognize that you are worthy of it. And you can recognize that you're worthy of it without any doubts, any fears whatsoever. That is when it can come to you on a chariot, because you will be out of the energy of fears and doubts, but you will be in a deep place of faith, and faith is what you need to manifest with. It's one of the key ingredients. Now understand, the law of attraction is always working. It's not something you have to focus on, but most of the time, until we learn about the law of attraction, which is a divine truth, a divine law, it never changes, is that we manifest by default. So all of the situations that have shown up in your life that you have deemed as shitty, you align to those by default through your fears. That is what happened. So be more conscious and be more mindful of what you're creating. I am unapologetic about what I desire and trust that what I focus on will grow. And that is true. And so whatever it is that you desire, you have to believe that it's already yours without wavering, without any doubts, because you have to step into that power, that God and Goddess power, and believe it and do not waver at all. We have the Strength card, and basically what I'm getting with the Strength card is that you will get a lot stronger, and true strength comes from being fearless. And as you align more to your soul and you start facing these fears, someone asked me the other day, because I have people come over all the time that just want to hang out and listen to me talk and ask me for guidance. How do you clear fears? Well, when they come up, you look at that fear and then you recognize it, and then you look at the situation that you have aligned to. And then you look back at all the other times that you've had similar situations, because your greatest fear will be your greatest teacher. And so you have experienced this before, because lessons will repeat until learned. So then what you do is you say, okay, where did this fear come from? And it's almost always from childhood. And then you know what? You recognize it. So that every time you start to kind of get into that energy again, you're like, oh no, I know where this is going. I know what this is about. And you know what? I'm conscious of it now. And that is how you transmute those fears into love. And that is what a lot of us are here for. In fact, that's what most of us are here for. Because once we send those lower vibrations out into the universe as something higher vibrational, because we looked at it a different way, or we got someone else to look at it a different way, then that raises the vibrations of the planet. I know I was a cashier for 5 years, and I was told that my purpose in that building was to raise the vibrations of the building, because people would come through my line, and sometimes they would complain about something, and I would get them to look at it a totally different way. And they would walk off scratching their heads. That was my unique gift. And I would do that with coworkers too. And I knew the day that I got fired, I was in a real low place. But Spirit let me know that that place was going to go to hell once my light was no longer in that building. And sure enough, I hear reports all the time about how bad it is. But back to the story. Sorry, back to the card. I got sidetracked. But anyway, about the strength is once you face all of those things and you transmute them, not only are you raising the vibration of the planet, but you're raising your own vibration, and you are stepping into your God and Goddess power. Amazing. And because to clarify that card, we have the healer card. And I have my own views about healing. I know there's a lot of healers out here making a lot of money. especially on the twin flame journey. Man, I've spent so much money where I'm finally like, you know what? No, thank you. My soul knows the way home. Thank you very much. No, thank you. And so now I realize that healing is nothing but shifting your perspective. Because a lot of times, and I'm not taking away from healers, but a lot of times they keep you in victim mentality a lot longer than you need to be. Because you're so focused on that. Now, I'm not saying, because I have taken my own trips back down memory lane as they have pertained to where I've been at in my journey to try to tie it all together. In fact, if you guys watched the video I made over the weekend, that's where I was at. But you have to get to the point where you look at it differently. You see what it was for. And then when you change your perspective, it can no longer bother you. It moves out of the way because you know what? You've stopped resisting the lesson. You've looked at the circumstances. You've accepted it for what it is. And you know, you've loved yourself and forgiven yourself for whatever part you played in it. And you know what? It's been released now. And that is how we heal things. We have the Six of Coins. And basically what I'm getting with this is that there are some of you out there who are, your soul's purpose involves teaching and helping others as well. And sharing what you've learned. This strength that you have gained and then this wisdom. Sharing it with others and quite possibly think about where you're at in your job. Do you do what I said I did? And, you know, help people, you know, be positive and help people look at things differently. Take the high road, you know, the long view, a higher vibrational perspective. Are you somebody who does that? You know, I feel that very strongly. And this is a form of healing. When you do that for others, that is a form of healing. Because not only am I a medium and an intuitive card reader, but I am a teacher and I'm a healer of sorts because I'm helping you to heal yourself as you raise your own vibrations and you look at things that have happened a different way. I received some clarity earlier about psychics. This is why I really don't call myself a psychic, so to speak, because remember how I said whatever stories you tell yourself are true? Okay, so let's say, for example, you consult a psychic and they tell you, okay, yes, your spouse is cheating on you with someone else. She's a blonde. She works in office, whatever. And you're like, oh my God, there is somebody there. There is a blonde. His secretary is a blonde. That is who he's fucking. I always thought so. You know what? You've aligned to that shit. That's the reason why psychics are so fucking accurate. Because you take that persona on. So that's the reason why I read my cards differently. I want you to be aware of the fact that you are creating with your thoughts. That's the reason why sometimes readings, especially if you're on a twin flame journey like I am, can be detrimental. Because you are shaping and forming stories which are creating your realities right in front of your face. So we have the Sun card, and this here is a very positive card. I do feel like this kind of goes along with that Lover's card because you see how here they were trying to come together. And you see there was somewhat of a power struggle going on. Do you see the power struggle? Well, this Sun card, there is no more power struggle because you have to get to the point where you have to ask yourself, do I want an intimate relationship or do I want to be right? Do I want to win this? What is your whole take on winning? What does winning mean? I mean, is it worth winning something and losing your soul in the process? So do take a look at that. And you've got to get that ego devil energy out of the way. We have the Seven of Cups, and these are lots of different options. But what I'm also getting is be careful of the energetic signal that you send out. Because you can say something all day. You can say, you know what, I don't care about you. I don't care about this situation. I didn't want it anyway. I don't care. You know, something that is like from that devil energy, that ego devil energy, that doesn't want you to be happy, that's standing in the way of your happiness. So then you send it because you're kind of fronting and stunting, you know, like, I don't care about this situation. I'm not going to let it bother me. And if it does bother me, you know, I'm going to keep it to myself and just keep pushing. Fuck it. So when you send that signal out into the universe, guess what? That energy is received. So you have sent that signal out, and this might be someone who you want to be with. But your pride and your ego or whatever got in the way, and you're like, you know what? Fuck it. I don't want them anyway. Because you're scared of rejection, scared of abandonment, or whatever your fear is that has came up. But you have sent the signal out into the universe. And it's going to be mirrored back to you. And then you're sitting there like, oh, they never cared anyway. Well, you know what? You sent out that signal. So that's the reason why it's very important to not only speak your truth, but to make sure that your truth aligns with your energy. And do be very careful of the intentions that you're sending out into the universe. Make sure it's from a pure place. Free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. This is the codependent card of the deck, and this is what I was talking about. Know the difference between fear and love. There is a difference. If you find yourself to where you feel like you need somebody because you have to have them in your life because of the way they make you feel, or something that they're providing to you that's giving you some sort of validation or making you feel worthy, that is codependency. Because what happens when or if they walk away? And sometimes this is a test your soul will put you through. You know, this person will walk away or seem to be out of your life, and you're like, what the hell? This is a gift from your soul to be able to take a fresh look at it, a look at it from the outside in, and to see how unhealthy it was, and to try to work on yourself so that you are more balanced, so that you can attract a higher vibrational situation, physical circumstance or situation with this person. And that will happen if they are meant for you. If they are not meant for you, you will know, because they will just fall off because they cannot keep up with your alignment. Have you ever been with somebody and you improve yourself and they leave? And you're like, damn. It's because they could no longer, I mean, you just were out of alignment. I mean, it's nobody's fault. That just happens. But if they keep coming back, you improve yourself and you improve yourself and they keep coming back, then you need to start watching my twin flame videos. That's what you're dealing with. The money safe indicates riches. So what I'm getting with this card is that whole energy of, and it seems to be a theme for the signs this week, is to make sure what really does make you rich. There was a meme I saw the other day on Facebook that said, you are not rich until you have something that money cannot buy. Money is just energy, and you can create money whenever you want to. It comes and goes. It's an energy. And so do not let money determine your value or your worth, because make sure that you are the same amazing soul, divinity, as someone who is rich and living in a mansion, driving a sports car, as somebody who is pushing a grocery cart, living under a bridge. Be the same soul and know that you are worthy regardless of whatever you have, because no one is their body and no one is their job, no one is their physical circumstances. We are souls first and foremost, and we are here to learn these things about being human. So make sure you're doing that. So this is a feminine energy. And so basically what I'm getting with this card is this is that feminine nurturing side. I know this is that side that is hard for me to get in touch with because I tend to be more in my masculine energy than my feminine energy. And a lot of us are. A lot of us females are. And it's because we had to do that. We had to raise kids by ourselves. We had to be the mother and the father. We had to take on that persona. Maybe we grew up without a father like I did, and we had to be our own father to our own self. So this is what I'm getting here, is that there's a lot of females out there who we really don't know how to receive. We don't know how to be in that receiving energy. Some of us don't know how to express feelings appropriately. It's the reason why sometimes we lash out or we get angry. So the message that's coming through is, if you are a male and you are involved with a female that's, maybe having some of these issues, do recognize it. I'm not saying take any blame or be a part of the problem. Still have your boundaries, but do recognize what it is. I feel like that is very important with this situation, is recognizing and being conscious of why people do things, and then also what they're reflecting back to you. What is that showing you? What is that stirring up in you? How is that making you feel? Do honor that. Do track it back to its source. Figure out where these fears come from, because a lot of them are fears that we've taken on from our parents. They have the same fears, and we took their fears on, and we are here to break these patterns that our families have been stuck in for generations, the physical family that we have on this timeline right now. Okay, let me go ahead and read this card. Dear you, it might be hard to believe you'll ever get to where you want to go. Feel the way you want to feel and find peace and security, but you can. There's lots to celebrate in this life, but first you need to let go of this attachment to achieving certain results. It's easy to get caught up in the endless loop of wanting this or that so that you feel safe. Wow. The only way is to surrender the attachment. Empty yourself so that you can be filled with something new. The compulsion will be lifted and peace will come. Trust that something better awaits, that something new will open up, and you will see new opportunities for fulfillment. The truth is, whenever you get into the loop, what you are really looking for is spirit. That connection where the power, the peace, and the purpose lies. Everything else follows after that. Give yourself a hug. We've got you, loving you so much. So I do feel like that power is this right here, the strength here, where it says, where's that at? Oh. Endless loop, waiting to feel safe. Empty yourself so you can be filled with something new. The compulsion will be lifted. Where was that at? It was something about power. Oh, that connection is where the power, the peace, and the purpose lies. Everything else will follow after that. Give yourself a hug. We've got you. And so did you notice also it had said something about let go of the attachment to achieving certain results? So I do feel like that has to do with chasing material gain, feeling like that is what is going to fulfill you, when really you are actually seeking spirit. That is what your soul is seeking, not that material gain, because that material gain is never going to satisfy you, because it's never going to be enough. Well, this is your reading, Sagittarius, and if you'd like to have a personal video chat with me, those are $40 for 30 minutes. Or I could send you a video where we don't have to interact, which is $40. Or if you want to make an energy donation, I'll include all the information in the description of the video. Thank you for watching.